tonight, concern, even alarm is growing over the mistreatment of Kenyans living and doing business in Tanzania, especially after the violence that followed the recent elections there. We have heard the stories. At least one Kenyan was shot dead. The deceased is a Kenyan teacher who has been living and working legally in Tanzania and who was shot and killed in the aftermath of the unrest. And for days, silence. His family desperately trying to find answers with no help from authorities. Until today, when the Kenyan government finally confirmed that yes, a Kenyan had died. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs also released a statement about the situation in Tanzania. A statement that was polite, careful, warm, almost eager to reassure Tanzania that relations remained friendly. Yes, it acknowledged that harassment of Kenyans has occurred, but for many Kenyans reading it, something felt painfully missing. The tone did not reflect the fear, the uncertainty, the loss, the real lived experiences of Kenyans on the ground. Because beneath the diplomatic language lies a deeper question. What is the value of the life of a Kenyan citizen? Not in communiques, not in border agreements, but in real life, where people work, travel, build families, and seek dignity. Because as we speak of protecting Kenyans abroad, two Kenyan citizens, Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo, are still missing in Uganda. They crossed the border legally. They attended a public political event, and they exercised freedoms that, last we checked, are not crimes in either Kenya or Uganda. And then they disappeared. One would expect the Kenyan government to speak up, to ask tough questions, to demand answers. Instead, the response has been silence, zero, zilch, a diplomatic blackout. For over 5 weeks, two families have been waking up every day not knowing where their sons are. No explanation, no accountability, no closure. So we return to the question, what is the value of the life of a Kenyan citizen? Because the same state that demands our loyalty, our taxes, our patriotism, must also guarantee our safety, our dignity, and our right to come home. You see, a passport is not just a travel document. It is a promise that says, if anything happens to you, your country will come for you. So yes, let us pursue regional cooperation. Let us maintain neighborly relations. Let us protect trade and travel. But let us also bring Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo home. Let us show visible, unapologetic concern for Kenyans harassed in Tanzania. Because Kenyans, here is the truth. The world treats a Kenyan the way Kenya treats a Kenyan. And that is my memo.